time to play Hitch and Go, the show with the whatever, I guess. It's Overreaction Monday. It is actually a Monday for once. So I have some hot takes for Matt and Cammy to play with. And so I'll spell them out. They are totally blind. The guys have never seen them before, and they are going to live react. So if it is a hitch, they're not taking it. I've gone too far. Bez, you're overreacting. If it's a go, it's not an overreaction. And we're going with it. So I guess I've got three. So we'll take it in turns, I guess. So the first person to react to number one will be Mr. Cammy Wilson. This one is all for you, baby. Okay.
Sounds good.
The northern Prem drama doesn't matter anyway, because a team from the south are going to win. You're going to hitch on that one?
I'm going to hitch on that one.
South Prem, we've got the Chichester Sharks, the London Rebels, the Norwich Nomads, the Diablos, the Panthers, the Spark. We've got the Storm. We've got the Wolves, the Panthers, the Phoenix, the Titans, the Hammerheads. North doesn't matter. Like one of those teams are going to win
it. No. And I may be looking too deep into this. The seasons are going to come down to it, and the finals are going to fuck about, and it's going to be messy coming to that. Like, there are some very different styles of football in there, and there's two teams in particular that I have been backing, that I have somewhat invested in, that I think are going to, at least one of them going to make the final and come up to the national next year.
All right, Matt. What do you think to that particular?
Yeah, the coach of Cardiff Storm. What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe my South bias is leading me, but I'm taking the go on that one. The only little like bit underneath I can see being wrong is if they all take each other out, because I think that division is closer in quality amongst them than maybe, I don't know. I feel people don't think they're that close together. I think they are. I think there's going to be quite a fight there. I'd be surprised if one team clear cut gets out from that group and like takes the seed in really early, because I think that's kind of why I was happy with the new structure of the league, because it allows all those teams to play really meaningful games and get right into it. And I think that's what we're going to see in the South.
Or to have cross conference.
Nice one. Okay. So yeah, one each there. Not bad at all. We'll see. So Matt, you're going to. This one's more of a wager based question. The Kirkcaldy Cup will change hands over under 3.5 times this season.
I'm going to take the hitch.
Yeah, under. Take the under on that one. Yeah.
I think if the Hornets are gonna lose it, I think it's gonna be. I think it can only sort of move around one other place, because they're a team to take out, and if the team does it, I can't see whoever that is losing a game against anyone else.
Interesting. Cammy?
I agree with Matt. I think I need to double check the schedule of Super Weekend, but let's say we lose that to Smoker Cardiff on the Sunday. I don't think anyone else in the South's touching either of them for the remainder of the weekend. So there's two potential changes. One at Super Weekend, and then potentially the Cardiff Smoke game towards the end of the season. So I'm going heavy under on that.
And then finals though, and then there's 2 games at finals.
That's true. Well, so you said through the season.
The season ends with a national champion, Cammy.
Playoffs isn't the league, like season league.
Okay. Fine. Right. Okay. And then my third one, and Matt, we're going to come back to you here. Adria Bowl over the next couple of years will be a top 3 European tournament. So I don't know what your top three would be at the moment. I don't know what anyone's top three would be at the moment. I think there's probably a range of discussions based on where people have been.
John, I'm going to go for the Go for that.
Yeah, take that action.
The reason I'm so held back and hesitant on it is because of that travel aspect. But at the end of the day, like, I mean, spoiler, but I that weekend, I genuinely think the only negative of that is the travel. Everything else is kind of up there. Well, not everything, but I won't get into that. I don't want to get cancelled just yet in my young YouTube career. They have it all. The setup is, not to spoil anything, but like, yeah, I agree.
It does look great, and like I spoke to, obviously did the draw with Ante, and he has got like so many ideas for like growth and psyched, and like the photos of like everything from like the pitch setup to the beach just looks class. Looks like a beautiful town on Google.
I completely agree with Matt as someone who hasn't even been there, and I know we're a UK based podcast. However, has a UK team ever been close to winning it? Have we ever done any damage there? Are we the target audience of that? I think, like, because you had were Waldorf there? I can't remember. You had Spatson anyway. Like, Arona were there. Ljubljana won it. Like, there's some big European powerhouses going there and enjoying it. From when this started 2 years ago, 3 years ago, third year.
So this was number 5.
Well, so how much I know, it has just grown and grown and grown. Like, the conversations that we've had before the draw and stuff, like, the ideas going forward are massive, are huge. So I am totally invested in that. I would agree. I am quite excited to potentially go next year. We'll see.
The main point what Cammy says, like, it's different competition as well. You have the usual tournaments that everyone goes to around the sort of Northern Europe region, because that's in a completely different geographical location. You have different teams and the player base is different. And I think that's going to entice people more instead of playing the same people you play at King, Big, and Pink Bowl. Or Copenhagen Bowl, sorry, as like a 3.
Yeah.
When I went there, normally, like, I go to every single one if I can help it. And I'm playing the same teams, and like I hear a team name and I go, cool, I remember what that team's like because I've played them the last 2 years in this exact tournament, and I've played them. I'm going to play them in 2 weeks' time at this tournament. With this one, I had no idea. I'd played teams I didn't know existed. I played national teams that I'd never played against before. So it opens up a whole new world, and I think that level, like, that is an attractive prospect for teams going forward.
Yeah, I think as well we're getting to the point as well where like location starts to matter, because at the end of the day, a football tournament is inviting you to like a very nice patch of grass or 3G in a leisure center, right? Like, so you have to make, if you want to see the world through flag, you have to make a bit more of an effort with these places. Like,
you're completely right.
Right, like not to shit on it, but shit on it. Right.
Everybody in the Grand has a flag football tournament these days. Like everybody does. It's something that me and Ben have spoke about for Palooza. What makes us different? What makes us better? Why do people want to come to Cheltenham to come and play?
And the argument, and this is not a shot at Flag of Palooza, of course, but like the teams are going, organisers are going 2 different ways. Number one, they are marketing hard on where they live. Like, right? Like Capital Bowl. Why do you want to go to Capital Bowl? You want to go to Capital Bowl because everybody loves Paris, right? Like, why do you want to go to Copenhagen? Because Copenhagen is one of the great European cities, I love Copenhagen so much, right? Like, and so you can market it that way, or you can entice people with incredibly competitive brackets and cash, right? Like that's like the 2 ways to do it, as far as I can really see. And I think with Adria Bowl, and your perspective is, obviously I asked the question because you were coming on, but like, it looks like a beautiful place and it looks very, very competitive. And as you say, with the styles of, there's a lot of, Slovenian teams, Slovakian teams from Croatia, teams from Northern Italy, teams from Austria. Like, that's teams that, you're right, they're not traveling the other way. to kind of the European plain. They're going further into the hills or down to the coast. So
this is a bit of a wild take as well, but like, does Mrs. Disco want to come to Utrecht, a city that we can walk around in a day and kind of be done with, to watch me play flag? Probably not. Does she want to come to Adria Bowl?
Hang out on the beach while you go play some flag?
Well, she don't want to come watch me play flag. She wants to come fuck off and watch a new city and sit on the beach. Like, and that's great. That's brilliant. That grows the sport in a quite a niche way, but it still does. Like,
especially with the way the traveling works for especially that tournament or the way we did it. Like, you're unless you get lucky enough to find a connecting flight into Pula, like you'll go in Zagreb or Venice. And as me and Finn decided to do with our spare time, like when we went back to Venice, we just went around Venice. And like, you have to tie that into your trip. And not only are you playing in Croatia in a beautiful place, great facility, you're also being able to tie in 2 European cities and sightseeing for show. Like,
that's what you want. And you know, Venice, a notoriously terrible place to be as a tourist. Just no culture, no history, no beauty, no art. Yeah, just I feel for you, man. I feel for you. Yeah.
There you go. Me and Matt actually agreed on most of that. Fair enough.
You did agree. You did agree on that, and I was very impressed. Well done.
I'm impressed with your inner Brockman.
Well done.
You think we need one more? You think we need one more? All right, we'll get one more.
Okay, I've thought of one more. Right, I want you in the national division. It's not really a hitch and go, but in the national division, I want you to name your 2 finalists. Cameron, you can go first.
Hornets. I'm backing myself.
Yeah. So Hornets for the 3-peat versus.
I'm not just saying this because Matt's here. I have thought this before. I don't think Reading are going to pull it all together this season. I think they're going to get better, but they've got a lot of changes. They've got some new personnel. But I don't think they're going to pull it all together this year. And I don't think Smoke are going to be... I'm worried about Charlie. We don't know what the arm's going to be like. Obviously, he's got the surgery to try and help himself, but he might need a season to get back into it. And they are a forever developing and changing team. They have like a massive turnaround. Cardiff. Like, I want a 2024 run back. I think that'll be a great final.
MB?
Oh God, it's hard to disagree with Cammy on that one. I can't lie, and plus I don't want to feel like the eyes and anything else burning into the back of my head as I say anything else in the south. Because I know if I say something like anything else when this goes out, like that what is.
Welcome to being on a podcast.
Yeah, this is it. This is what happens. That's what happens. Oh, you said. Hey, yeah. You said.
The amount of like. The amount of
right. So Hurricanes. Okay, if it's not the Hornets though. If it's not the Hornets though, Hurricanes. Hurricanes versus the field, not the Hornets. Let's give you that. Back your boys, and then you can have anyone except Cammy's boys, and it's my parameter on it. Of the other 10 teams available,
I'm gonna give myself the back, like the outdoor that my knowledge of the North and some of the reformation going on with some of the teams is there, but I would take the Hornets in that scenario.
So Hurricanes versus a team that aren't the Hornets. Any of the other 10. I mean,
any of them. Oh God.
Yeah. So none. Yeah. Who do you think you could see as an opponent in the final if it's not the Hornets, but you make it? Cammy was a homer, so you have to pick someone else.
You'll have to forgive my knowledge of the structure. When it gets to the finals and the swap, So
it's literally a straight league 1v4, 2v3.
Could be anyone. It could be anyone from North.
Yeah, there's no regional.
It could be South as well.
It could be the top 4. There's a world where the top 4 is like London. It's like, so the top 4 from last time out in the league, right, was London, was like U2 and then London Reading. So that could be the final 4. Yeah.
It's a good choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good choice.
I mean, I've taken 2 bias there. That's like me picking my own team and my guys. and then picking my friends literally across the bridge. but yeah, I know those guys. I like what they're doing. I like what they're putting together. Aside from like the off the field stuff, like as a team, when you are, Cammy said it earlier, whether on the recording or not, like they are knocking on the door to make it a big four, and they're making all the possible realistic moves you can make to make that happen. So yeah.
I do think that like the realignment of division of the structure has really given Reading like the push to kind of, go for it. So that's good. Well, we'll leave it there. Thank you, gentlemen. That has been Hitch and Go, and our second episode. Thank you for being our first ever Hitch and Go guest, Matt. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks very much for watching.